Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and it's time to scrap backwards. This week, Adam and I are both lifting this beautiful layout from Mary Schreiner-Steinmetz, and Mary is a great friend of Scrap Backwards. For those of you who win prizes, more likely than not, you're getting, the main part of your prize is made up from things that Mary has donated to the group. And she's sent me just some gorgeous stuff. Anyway, this is a Christmas layout, and I'm not going to do a Christmas layout. I do not have a Christmas kit. And I'm using, instead of a square-ish photo, I'm using a vertical photo, and I've left a bit down at the bottom of it to make it even more vertical. So I'll have to adapt. But it looked, and I'm running low on paper in my kit, so I'm going to have to look to see what I have 6x12 sections of. I know I have some border strips to put down the middle, and I've got some, fair number of stickers to make a cluster here and a cluster there, and I can possibly find some scraps to do layers behind the photo. I am not sure what I'm going to do up here where the Christmas ornaments are. I think somewhere on one of my sticker sheets I have a banner, but I don't know how appropriate it is. I think the banner, this is a travel photo. Katie's got her luggage all packed to go to Paris. Actually, we were going to London, Paris, and Brussels, and Amsterdam, which was our gift to her for her 13th birthday. She'd always wanted to go to Paris. And lo and behold, of the cities we visited, she liked Paris the least. But, you know, what do 13-year-olds know? Anyway, so we'll see what I have left. I have no... I've just kind of pulled stuff out of the bag. And one thing that I do know is that my main sticker sheet has mostly like oranges and grays and blues. And the pink it has is a dusky pink. And she's got this kind of bright pink border on her dress. The turquoise is perfect. But I've somehow got to add some pink in, and I do notice that there's a little bit of pink here, but I think that's only a part of a word. I don't know that I have much else that's really pink, so we'll have to look for that. First of all, let's find the papers. I've got this paper, which has a 6x12 side, which I can get 6x12 out of. That one, I think that does too, but those two together, not so great. And I'm not crazy about that. That has a pink in it, but I don't even know if it's the right pink, although that doesn't look bad. Let's hold on to that idea. The other one that I have, well, there's this, but that's absolutely not good for that photo, so I'm going to keep that at the back. There's this, but I kind of like that. Let me put this up in camera range. I think it can go like that. or it could be like that. I'm going to go with this. This is going to surprise me that I have picked that, but I actually think it's going to work. So let's kind of get this out of the way. That's prime camera view space there. Let me cut this lavender border off. I don't think that's a good border for this layout, but it'll be a good border for some layout. Now let's get us a 6-inch part of this. And then I'm going to cut more than 6 inches of this one. Cut it. Yeah, that's good. We'll go that way. I'll let it hang over a bit. There's a border. That's not gonna look good. So I'll save that to use with that sometime. And maybe we'll use that. So I'll put that off to the side right now. And now I have to glue this together so that it's 12 inches. So it kind of goes like that. And so this has to glue on just right at kind of at that line. And that's okay. Let me get that back there, and then I can place this here, and that should give me a 12 by 12 to work with. Now let's look at border strips. I've got this one really not good. There's that one. There's this gray one that might work. There's a red one. Here is a turquoise one. Here's a black one. I think I'm going to use the turquoise and the black. Let's see how that works out. I'm going to run the black maybe this way. I'll run it this way. And then the turquoise, which isn't a perfect match for the turquoise we've used, can run over on the flag side. And it's got hearts, which is kind of the same motif there. Okay, that's kind of cute, actually. Now, let's get the photo. What did I just draw? I dropped an ink bucket. Let's see, I've got some foam here. Let me pull all this foam out. I've got these flowers, which I made for my Mixed Media Frenzy project, and they have pink and turquoise accents on them. So I thought I might see if I can use those. Let's see. It would be so much easier if I just used a full sheet of this, and we're kind of getting down to small enough pieces, and some aren't as thick as others, which gives me an uneven surface back here. Like that pink is really, really thin, so I'm going to take it up and maybe find, I may be running out of the sizes that make this a viable thing, and I'll just save the small pieces for small embellishments that I'm trying to prop up. Let's get that cut. Okay. The fun here is going to be finding embellishments that form a cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of smack that right in the, sort of in the middle. I'm actually putting it a little south of center there. Let me put it so that there's a full line of flags over here. I don't want to encroach on those. Now, because I've put this black here, she's got black, and the chair looks black and the luggage is black, but I kind of thought that maybe I would like these black corner pieces on the layout, the photo corners. I like, this is a nod to Scrappy Island Girl, my friend Helen, who likes filling in corners. And I think she'll approve. I think that's on a little bit crooked. And when photo corners are crooked, it shows. Now, do I want them over here? I think that's a busy enough print over here that I don't need them. So I'm gonna take something that has pink in it and use it right over here with a little piece of foam behind it. Here's where my foam will come in handy. I have to get a skinny small piece of foam. Here we go. This one works. Okay. I'm going to put this over that, not centered. And let's see if there's anything in here. Time with you is a perfect sentiment, and it introduces and repeats that green color. You can't introduce and repeat at the same time. As I said introduce, I saw that it's actually repeating the green that's in the leaves. There's no other green in here, so I'll have to see if I can maybe repeat it some other place. I'm gonna do that. And then let's see if there's anything else from this sticker sheet. I love this little row of flowers, but I don't think I need to use those. I like this Be Happy. So I'll hold this off to the side and see. Okay, I've got an alpha there. Let's see, it's not beach. Days like this are the best. One can never have too much of one thing. Travel, I like that travel. So maybe I can make something of a banner somewhere, and maybe I'll do the banner over on this side because this side is so busy. So let me do that. I'll make my banner kind of like that out of this. So let me get the travel kind of spread out. And I'm going to put those letters on small bits of foam tape. Now what on earth is happening there? Okay, there's a piece of foam tape that the coating had come off of. Okay, let me get this on here. This will be a little bit fussy because the letters are so small and I want them raised. So I'm gonna just kind of arch them around without a whole lot of planning, and then I'll scooch the twine up to it. Okay, need to cut it small enough to begin with. Whoops. Let me get that piece again. Where did it go? Am I losing my mind? I lose it regularly, and today must not be an exception. Okay. Gonna do this. There it is. I'm gonna put it back over there where I was looking for it. Okay, let's go with the, sorry about that. I will definitely be down to some beachy themed embellishments for the next page I make from the kit. And Adam and I have an idea for a bonus layout on Wednesday using our kits. He may be using the last of his main sticker sheet, and I'm jealous of that. But I'm getting a lot of beigey, sandy kinds of embellishments left, and I have that kind of brownish paper, and you know, you all know how I feel about brown, so I just have to think of it as sandy or woodsy, because I like sand and I like woods. Let's do that. Just 2 more letters. I apologize for not doing some of this up front, but I really kind of wanted to, sometimes I feel there's some benefit in demonstrating the dilemma, maybe. You know, the dilemma that you have when you're, I think that V is too far from the A, and then E, and then L. Just kind of, and when you've restricted yourself to a kit, there is a bit of a dilemma in trying to make the remaining pieces work together. So I thought I'd show that. I thought this surprises me, for example, and this doesn't really go with that or that, but somehow I'm thinking it works for this kind of layout where it's where I have no intention for it to be serene and kind of color matched. I don't think that's an issue. I also see this pink piece right here, and I don't know if that could be a base for a cluster. I could maybe form a cluster kind of around there and have this kind of propped up and pointing to the words "time with you." So I'm going to do that. And that pink really goes well with this side, so it's nice to have it on this side. Okay, now, having said all of that, let's get this banner sewed up and glued on. I'm gonna just run a bead of glue for the twine to stick to, and then I'll have it come out a little bit, and then the twine can fall free. And we'll see how that works. So I want to take it kind of even there, and I'm just going to push it down in there and then let it kind of fall free like that. And then I might, depending on whether I put anything else over here, I might go back and maybe kind of curl it some attractive way and see how that looks, but I'll let that dry. Okay, we do not need a black doily for this. I've got, let's see, is there anything? This was the banner I was thinking of. It's flip-flops, and while it was definitely summer and had we been near a beach, it would have been flip-flop weather, but it was not about flip-flops. The trip was not about flip-flops. There's this little banner right here, which, and I like the pink. This little banner says the best summer, and it was a pretty nice summer. I'm gonna put this on some foam and kind of, my idea is to do clusters here, and maybe this cluster would stay separated enough from that banner, and then a cluster down here. And I'm thinking I may do some of these flowers in there. I may pull those into my kit, but I'm going to try first to use things from the kit. I'm going to do that, and then I'm really precarious with this one. I need a tiny, tiny bit of foam. I want to overlap that, and it's on foam, so I kind of have to have this on foam. There we go. Okay, that works well. And that has me using a couple things from this sticker sheet. And so I think I've used everything I need from this one. Put that off to the side. Now here is the main sticker sheet. And I know I'm going to use this airplane because this was we definitely flew. It wasn't Katie's first plane ride. We had taken her to New York City when she was 7. 7, is that right? 2009, yeah, she was 7. And she absolutely loved it. Had no problems with the plane. And this one, when we came back, she was okay going over, but when we came back, we had a rather bumpy ride. We flew from Brussels to Chicago, I think it was. And I'm gonna just kind of put that guy right there. And anyway, she was kind of shaken by that bumpy ride. That might be cute up there too. How about that? Or maybe that could go here. Okay, I like that better. I'll let that heart kind of overlap those words or get kind of involved with those words. And I may kind of bridge some of that with one of these flowers just my tape runner is acting like it may be getting ready to run out of tape, but it doesn't look like it is. Oh, come now. This kind of takes away the busyness of the flags by adding its own kind of busyness. And I've got another partial flower there that could go, but I think I might want a full flower. Let's see, because I do want to add some of these relax, dream, enjoy, wander, and explore. And I think I'm gonna put dream because this trip was completely planned and executed to fulfill Katie's dreams. She was going through a bit of a hard time then, and this was meant to kind of help get her through that. Okay, come on. I don't know that I want that to stick flat down, although, because I may want to put something over on the other side of it. And that pink just really looks nice with the pinks there. I've got this camera, which kind of might seem too big and the wrong color, but I just really want to use it, and because she's carrying luggage, I also want to use this guy. I think the camera might be better up here. Okay, and the luggage maybe here. Let's go with that. And I'm gonna hide a lot of the camera. I probably should cut it in half, because then I can use the other half on another layout. So let's do that. I'm thinking that when I do the brownie beigey one, that camera would come in handy. So that's already got the, okay, so now let me make sure that I can get it, the cut parts hidden properly. There we go. And then I can put something else cute in there. Let's see. And I have this for the, what did I do with the luggage? Am I carrying the luggage around on my hand? Again, something I could cut in half. And use maybe tucked in under the globe. Yeah, that works. Okay, and then that kind of balances. I've got the brown there and the brown here. And I'm going to put this back here. Well, actually, I'll just put it here. This is where that came from. I don't think, well, I have this little word travel, but we have the banner that says travel. I don't think I'm going to cut this apart at the moment. I'm going to put that aside and say I've used it. I've still got this in reserve. What I have my eye on is this little tab that maybe could go right here, that repeats that green that we have in fairly few places. And it's got a little butterfly, kind of one of those travel changes you kind of things. Let me, I'm going to do that unusual placement there because I like the reason I like using it here is because it kind of puts a cap on this, this set of embellishments, and it's a bit of a break from the busy pattern underneath. And you know I love busy patterns, but I don't like them to take away from what I'm putting on the page. So this maybe could go under there and under there. It needs to be cut, but how? I'm gonna just cut it and then see if I can make it work. Kind of, I want it to be under the camera and under the dream. And I'm almost making it work, but I had to uproot the dream. That's okay. Now, is there another one of those words that I want to use? And I'm looking for the sheet. There's enjoy, there's wander. And the wander has the green. So maybe up here in that little cluster. And I may be getting to the end of it. And do I want wander this way? I'll do it this way, or like the travel go, as the travel goes. I'm gonna go as the travel goes. There we go. And I have a pink Life is Good sticker here, which maybe could go here. I like that. And the reason I want to put something there is there's some of the foam that's under the photo that's actually peeking out, and I don't like that. So if I put this up on foam, it should be able to bridge that. What do I have? There's that other piece of flower. Can go here, and that's right up near the pink on her dress, and it's over the turquoise, which is a good placement because it's that pink isn't really, in this paper. Okay, so on my original sheet, I have a half a camera, a half a suitcase, an orange enjoy, the word paradise, I have gold explorer and orange enjoy, and then I have this grayish but somewhat colorful border strip. I think I can use everything that's on here on my next page, which is going to use this paper somehow. I may pull in a cream or craft background and then cut out some of those circles, or use part of this paper or something from back in here. I kind of like that one. And I could use it either which way, even that way I could use it. So we'll see how I happen to use that. I forget whether we're using, I think we're using maybe a sketch. And so I'll have to see if I can fit that. This, I think I've used everything I need to use from there. Let's see here. If there's anything here. I like the word happy. Let's see what Mary did. Mary's got these beautiful flowers here and this hand pointing. You know, I've got these flowers from this Simple Stories. I could maybe do that. I like that. And then maybe one of these very different flowers, kind of stuck over there. Grow home blessed. The stack of farm animals is going to be interesting for me to find a way to use. I'm going to have to just go random with those, you know, let them be ironic. I don't have a lot of farm photos. Let me pull my flair. I know for a fact that I want to use a matte flair, and I want to use the one that's in kind of the greenish tones. But where do I want to use it? Maybe right here by the camera. See, it blends too much with the camera. Let's do, maybe it could go down here, or even right here in the middle of the globe. We'll hold off on deciding there. And I've got here, this color, this is one of the cloudy, pastel cloudy flares. It could even go right there. That would be beautiful right there because that color is perfect. I don't think I'm going to use anything from here, although I do like the word happy as a title. So let's see. Again, I'm going to look to see. I'm going to put it aside, and if I feel like I need happy, I will pull it up. There's also this Be Yourself, and it uses a blue that's kind of this is a navy blue here. This is a little bit lighter than navy, but I'm going to hold that there for a second. Let me pull Mary's again, and her title, I'm assuming, is this 25 or the Ho 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 1995. Or it doesn't even really have to have a title, and Lord knows I've done plenty of layouts without titles. So I like this up here. And it breaks the line of this black border strip. So even though it's very similar in color, you notice that it's there because that breaking that line draws your eye to it. Let's see. Let me go back to the map. Now, if I have the map on top of here, which color map do I want? I only have 4 left. I think I like that one the best. So put this in. I need a little bit of pink up in here, because that's pretty heavy on the blues and grays and greens. And let's see if I have a pink. Ooh, I do have pink flair. How about using one? I'm gonna have to put some extra foam behind this to raise it up enough. And I have a few pink bits. No, I really don't. Those are all red. Now, does that leave room for my flare? I'd like one up and one down, and I'm not sure which should be which. I'm gonna scooch that there and let the plane appear to be flying over it, and then I'll scooch this pink guy down here. That's part of a group called Pretty in Pink, and no one could have been more surprised than me to see Adam producing a set of pink flair, because pink is not really his color. I like this little pink heart, and it can go right there, kind of at an angle. And then there's a lighter pink star, which could maybe go right there, just to add a little touch. And then I've got a navy blue star, which can kind of maybe go off the flare. That kind of completes that little little guy. I've got this pink arrow bit, which could maybe, let's see. I don't really want to put that there. How about putting it maybe just out here in this field? I thought I had 2 pink arrows, but that one's red. And even though there's some red in here, I don't necessarily want to use that red. And these are all red hearts and red stars. There's a turquoise heart here, which could go there as my little overlapping heart that I like to put on things. That's all red. I'm thinking I don't need any other flowers, but let's see where I might put one if I did. I've got these bits of flowers, which could go, like I could actually do one there. I kind of like that, actually. Let's, and I may have had an idea that I would go back and recolor these or add some color, but I'm thinking I like them as they are. Let's kind of get that down. And again, that kind of, it emphasizes this ice cream pop, because it gives it something, a background that's different from this busy background. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use anything gold from here unless, now it does say happy birthday, and this was a birthday gift, but it wasn't on her birthday. The gift, I'm gonna go with this word happy. I just really like that, and Katie Bug was definitely happy on that day. And I think the word would get lost over on that side, so I'm going to let that side be that side. And I'm going to go with this. May have me rethinking where I want this little guy. I may want the arrow as part of the title. And it could be here or here. I think I'm going to go here because that other would be a little bit obvious. And have that pointing at the exact angle of the words. Okay. I think it's done. It's unusual, and I don't know that I would ever have guessed that I'd use those supplies together on the same layout. But here we are. Here we are. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you Wednesday for the bonus. And I'm going to actually try to find some time after my class ends this weekend to go in and check the albums, check all of your layouts that you've been putting out there. I haven't had as much time this week for that, so I'm sure I've missed some of your beautiful creations. And I want to thank you all for participating and for embracing this as much as you have. And in just 2 hours from now, I'll be listening to Scrappy Adam, or watching Scrappy Adam talk about scrap backwards in the class that I'm attending, which is the Scrap Smarter experience. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how the audience there responds to the idea of scrapping backwards. There are so many ways, and of course, any of you who watch me know that I don't always scrap this way, but I truly love it when I do. In this case, I have to say this is one of my most pleasing layouts to me. I love it, and it may not be your cup of tea, and I understand that, but I love this busy paper, and that this cluster still shows on it, kind of because I used some unusual choices. I would never have thought to use that sticker on top of this paper, and these kinds of flowers with this Bella Boulevard flower. So, but to me it works because partly because and I had a hard time finding a photo that I thought would go with the kit, and I chose the photo kind of after looking at what was left in my kit, but not really deciding. I certainly didn't decide on this until this morning. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.